Hey, my name is Chris McDread. I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about starter locks mistakes. Before we do that, click on the subscribe button, click on the notification so you can get fast-hand information when these videos come out. And if you're a loctician, if you want to be a loctician, or if you want to learn how to maintain your hair using crocheting method, or you're a mom and you want to do your children's hair, or your blessed beloveds, you want to do your boyfriend, your girlfriend's hair, anybody who wants to learn how to do hair, go to www.chrismcdread.com. I have lessons for each one of you. I have lessons on creativity, I have lessons on business, I have lessons on teaching, how you can become a teacher. Everything you see me doing on YouTube, on Instagram, I have a lesson on how to arrange and come up with those ideas. So go to www.chrismcdread.com. I can assure you there is something for you. And come closer. When you come closer, we have group discussions. You can ask me personal questions. You get access to me because I answer my students' questions personally on Instagram, on email. You get access to me so we can have conversations. Otherwise, this is public announcement. Everything I'm gonna do on YouTube is just stays on YouTube. But I will comment if you ask me a question in the comment section. So let's get this going. Starter locks mistakes.
What is the benefit really of having a pre-recorded class access? It's because you have a point of reference that you can always go back when you're at the job or when you're preparing for a job to look at what you learned and what you've been practicing and actually be ahead of it. And you could already be a master in doing hair, but you want to be able to see what other people are doing, what other masters are doing, and reference it with your work, and always, add on to yourself and increasing yourself. These pre-recorded classes are the first of their kind because there's nobody out there teaching in the locking industry on a pre-recorded platform. And so you have unprecedented fast-hand theory and practicality of how I do hair, and you get to see how that speed is built up. And you learn things like posture and energy, time management, how to make money, and how to get the best out of every client, because you don't need to have a specific way of charging. And so it's a whole comprehensive platform on locticians and stylists, and it will teach you a lot of things about loctician business and how to do hair better. So whether you know how to do hair or whether you want to start to learn how to do hair, this platform was made for you and with you in mind. So take a look at it and enjoy.
Number one, rubbing your hair. This is not a tool for starting locks. This is a tool to get Kevin Hart's rugged hair. Leave this at the barbershop. This belongs to the barbershop. Towel rubbing. Towel rubbing is a major mistake. Any kind of rubbing to start hair is a bad idea. Throw these things away or give them to your barber, okay? So yeah, like I can go into details of the kind of dangers that you have on towel rubbing, the kind of alopecia you could develop, baldness that you could develop from that twisting. Let's not even get into it. Sponge, that's not a way to start locks. Go to a professional. Another starter lock mistake is not doing research. The first thing that I know when people haven't done research is when somebody is locked and they start asking, when should I wash? What product should I be using my hair? I know you haven't done research. You do your research, you answer those questions before you lock your hair. So if you're watching this and you're planning to lock your hair, you're in the right place. Wait until the end, take your notebook, write notes, because you're going to need these things before you lock your hair if you want to have great hair and a great journey. Another starter lock mistakes is not vetting your loctician. Not vetting your loctician. I'm the person who's starting your hair in the salon. Did you check their Instagram? Did you check if they're doing the size that you want them done? If you want diamond parts, did you check if they've done any diamond parts? Because they'll be like, yeah, I can do it. Nobody says no to money. And whose fault is it when you get your hair done in a way that you didn't want it? It's your fault because you didn't do what you were supposed to do, which was your due diligence, which is to vet them. Check out, understand, do you have an option? Did you have a plan B? Did you have a plan C? How many locticians did you go through to make sure that you chose the best? Because you do that when you're buying a car, you do that when you're choosing a restaurant, you do that when you're choosing a home to buy, do that when you're choosing hair. Don't just trust people, not even me. Ask questions, okay? Ask questions. Starter lock mistake number 4. Letting your home girl, your girlfriend, your sister do your hair. That's a big mistake. Just go to a professional. What is wrong with you trying to be cheap? You're gonna start a journey, you're gonna have great hair, and the first thing you do is to start cheap? Ha! Good luck with that. I'm not saying sometimes it turns out great, but that's 1 in every 100. So you can think you're 1 in every 100, but I don't take chances. I wouldn't advise you to do that. Another reason, number 5 after that, is you starting your own hair. I know I started my own hair. I know, I get that, but I am the professional. Are you a professional? And I did not section my back. I had my wife section my back, so technically I did not start my hair. It was a collaboration. Okay? Collaboration. Starter lock mistake number 6. I'm actually not gonna mention the numbers, you're gonna just go with it. Is not washing hair. You got your hair started, you're gonna wait a whole month before you wash your hair. Some people, 6 months. The loctician tells you can't wash your hair because your starter locks, you know that I call them loctician noceras. They're so old, they're supposed to be extinct. Things have changed. We used to send letters, they're still relevant. But now we send text message. You don't send somebody a letter. You send them a message. Only now things like contracts can be sent. Why am I saying all this? We never used to have this form of communication. We never used to have. Technology have evolved, and so should hair people. Wash your hair. It's possible to wash starter locks every single week, minimum. That's a starter lock mistake. Don't let your loctician lie to you. Don't let anybody lie to you that you cannot wash your hair. You can wash your hair unless they don't know how to do your hair in a way that it can be washed. Comb coils are traditional. There are 6 different ways of doing coils. The coils, so you don't have to start with interlocking of crocheting. Let's say Chris McDread is only promoting instant locks. There are 7 actually different ways of doing coils, and only traditional comb coils cannot be washed. The rest of them can be washed. www.chrismcdread.com. Let's get it going. I'm on fire. Starter lock mistake. Doing too much. You wanna style this, you wanna do this, you wanna get your hair done every 2 weeks. Who told you that? Not supposed to get your hair done every 2 weeks. Your loctician say that, run. That's money hungry somebody. That's somebody who's hungry for your monies. Monies. Doing too little, doing nothing is also a problem. Get a professional help. My advice. Starter lock mistake. This is my favorite starter lock mistake. Vlogging. People get their hair done 1 month later. Okay, if you want to get starter locks, I know you could give people advice based on the research that you've done. But some of this advice that people with starter locks will be giving you, like, excuse me, ma'am, you want to sound like you've had hair for 10 years. Sit down. Sit down, please. I appreciate you started your own, YouTube channel and journey and all that. But one of the mistakes is giving too much advice that is irrelevant to you. Or if you have long locks, you don't. Exactly. Starter lock mistakes, sleeping without covering your hair, major mistake. You're gonna regret that then when you're starting locks, and you're gonna regret it the rest of your journey. That's where your hair thins, so your hair breaks. That's where your hair dries out because it's soaking into it. That's where your hair becomes brittle. That's where your scalp. Lots of problems. Cover your hair when you start locking journey. Don't make this mistake. Invest in covers before you even lock your hair. If you're about to travel, before you buy your ticket, you check, am I going somewhere cold? Do I have the right clothes to wear? Do I have the right shoes? So get your apparatus fast, okay? Get the things that you need fast, okay? Get the products that you need fast before you even start there. Another problem associated with sleep is sleeping with wet hair. Don't do that. Part of it is getting a hair dryer. When you're starting locks, a hand dryer would do. When they're long like this, you need to invest in a hood dryer. Yeah, it takes 3 days for my hair to dry. I'm not gonna air dry. Hood dryer is bad. So is the microwave. But you still put your food inside. Don't be selective. So is the fast food that you eat. So is the frequencies on the cell phone. Don't be selective about what is good and what is not good, simply because it applies to your hair. Nah, okay. Another lock problem is styling too much. Every 2 weeks you want to get a change your style. Your locks are new, let them breathe. These babies are new, bro. Keep them in that style for too long. Come on, bro, come on. Another starter lock mistake is bleaching your starter locks. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Bleach is death. Your hair will start falling off. Just try it and then figure out and be like, it's gonna take you another year to grow your hair, another cycle to grow your hair to start over. Don't do it. Trust me, it's not worth it. It's not. Unless you're just keeping your hair temporarily. If you want to grow your hair this long, consider that, okay? Which goes on to my next starter lock mistake. You're not projecting the future. If you want your hair to be this long, you gotta project into the future. That way you don't bleach. But if you're trying to just grow your hair for a year, it doesn't really matter. 1 year is too short of a time to get that, Another lock mistake is adding extensions, braiding your starter locks. You wanna add extensions, you wanna put weave on top of them, This is a major problem. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a serious problem that people have. Another main problem of starter locks is not being realistic. I want them to look like this. Excuse me? That person has had their hair like that for 3 years. You're just getting started. What are you thinking? You can get that on day one. But she didn't lock my hair the way I wanted. She didn't lock your hair the way your thoughts were thinking, which is not the reality of things. You're not being realistic. You're putting too much expectations of people that are human with their hands. We are magicians, but there's a level to magic. Be realistic. You can't get that hair your first day. You have different shape of the hair, different texture, different thickness, volume. You can't look like her. You are not her. You're not him. I'm not attacking you. I'm letting you know the truth. And the truth isn't nice to hear. Be realistic. That's all I'm saying. Just know it's gonna take time to get there. You may get there eventually, or close to that eventually. People ask me, how many locks do you have? I want the size that you have. I'm like, I don't even know how many locks I have. I've never counted. But either way, you can't have the size I have by asking me that question. You can look and project and ask me leading questions, like I've combined my hair twice, so you know how you can go to a loctician who's a pro and say, I want this size in the next 5 years. They will be able to give you the size that you start now, okay? Another starter lock problems is patience. Oh, people lack patience. Knee-jerk reactions. I want them to lock. I want them to lock. Hey, relax, brah. Relax. Yeah, it's gonna lock. Have patience with yourself, you know? I did say that one of the main problems is starting your own locks, right? I think I said that, starting your own locks. I don't advocate anybody doing their own hair. I don't advocate that. Another starter lock mistake associated with doing your own hair is using too much product after your hair has been started, trying to add product every day. Those people who tell you spray your hair every day and oil your hair every day. Excuse me. Where on the planet or on your body do you ever add anything without removing the previous one? If it's makeup, you wash your face before you start a fresh one. If it's lipstick, you do the same. If it's acrylics, you don't put on top. If it's nail polish, you remove the old polish, you put new one. If it's foundation, you remove the old one, you wash your face and put a new one. But you wanna do that on your hair? You still have the old oil, and then you wanna spray your hair and put new oil, and you wonder why you have those problems beginning of your journey? Because somebody advised you to put product so you can buy the product. It's a $9 billion hair industry. You don't need, less is more when it comes to product. Don't get me wrong, I love products. But less is more. It's too much information about products that people are just saying things. I'm gonna be just talking about products on its own at some point. And yeah, product and retwisting too often is a problem associated. Too much product is a problem associated with retwisting too much. Retwisting too much is a serious starter lock problem. And even though I do advise on consistency, inconsistency is a starter lock problem. You're not consistent. If you're supposed to get a retwist, you are supposed to get a retwist every 4 to 6 weeks maximum when you're doing palm rolling. Stick to the plan. If you're interlocking, you got micro lock, sister lock, stick to the plan. If it's 8 weeks, it's 8 weeks, not 15 weeks. If you're crocheting, whichever method you start, have a specific regimen. Stick to the plan. These are the days that I wash my hair. I just don't do what I want to do. This hair is not freestyling. You want to freestyle, you freeform. This hair is not low maintenance, it's high maintenance. That's a lock myth. I'm going to be talking about lock myths. This hair is nothing close to low maintenance. Remember that. Remember that. So if I have forgotten any starter lock problems or starter lock mistakes, please add in the comment section. I'm gonna do a part 2 of it with your comments inside of it. Share this video to people who want to start their locks, to people who just started their locks, so you could help them out. And last but not least, starter lock mistake is you haven't been following me so I can give you all these details. Find me in every social media because I got nuggets every single place. These are long videos. Instagram is a short video. It's punchlines. So if you don't have the patience to listen to a 10-minute video, punchline on Instagram will get you exactly the message. Pam, 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 pam. Like all this video, all these points, I've said this, those are 1 second, 30-second videos on Instagram. I just did the better so you can get whatever it is that suits you and grow. Okay? Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you up on the next video. Peace out.